Hi everybody, Debbie here with Debbie Gets Crafty, and we are working on our miniature pictures, and today we have a green door that we're working on. Green happens to be one of my twin sister Judy's favorite colors, so I thought I would do this door for her. And so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to peel off the paper. That's the protective paper that it comes with, and I like to work from the lower left corner over, so that's what we're going to do. And let me just adjust you a little bit. There we go. And let's see here, let's see if we can bring it in a little bit. There we go. Okay, and I hope you're all doing well today. I am great. And we are going to start out with the letter X, which is a really pretty purple color. We'll do this little topiary pot first. The topiary container. We'll do that first. So, it is currently 5:30 in the morning on the day that this is coming out. So, I kind of lost some time over the weekend, so I didn't have time to film, but that's okay. We are here now, and that's the important thing, right? All right, let's get started. This is that beautiful purple color. So we have all of our drills in our container, and let's get started. I'm going to tilt my picture a little bit so I can see it a little bit better. These are square drills. I got this set from Temu, and let me just put this piece of plastic up here so I can lay my, there we go, I can put my drills right there. So I got this set from Temu, and it's a square drill set. There we go. And it's been really good. It's been a nice little set. As I said in the past, the only thing is that the drills are a little smaller than the area that you're supposed to be putting them in, but that is not a deal breaker for me. It's okay. I got what I paid for. I paid a really good price for this, and I'm okay with the drills being a little smaller than they should be. But anyway, they're coming out really nicely, and it's a lot of fun working on this project. I love the different designs of the doors. They're really cute. And the colors are really pretty as well. Such a variety of different colors on the doors. There we go. And there. All right, so we have the letter X done. I'll put these back. A little ASMR for everybody. Everybody here is still sleeping. You know me. Sleep eludes me. I did get a little bit of sleep though. I slept pretty good last night. So this color is the number 3, which will go here. So we just need a little bit, just a few of these. Of course I pour way more than I need, but that's okay. And away we go. There we go. been a great weekend. Judy got her hair cut yesterday. I'm getting my hair cut tomorrow. I meant today. It's 5:30 in the morning, friends. I'm so sorry. And I literally just woke up. You know me. I tape early in the morning. There we go. So we're finished with that color. And I am going to remove the protective covering now because our next color that I'm going to do is the letter Z, which is right here. So I need the whole picture to be available. So, not much is going on. I mean, you know, work has been busy. Other than that, you know, we didn't have a live yesterday. I'm sorry. Like I said, time just got away from us. And we were just not up for a live. But it was a good day, nonetheless. Of course, any, you know, time that I get to spend with my family is always a great time. It's still been very hot where we are. This is like a tannish color. I know it probably comes over like an orange, and it is a bit on the orange side, but with a little bit of tan mixed in. Here we go. So, it's been very hot still. We had a little bit of rain the other day, and I mean very little. We need rain really bad. We have leaves falling off the trees now, and it's just really been very dry. And the thing of it is, I am in Middle Tennessee, and in Eastern Tennessee they had I think they had some flooding either in Eastern Tennessee or a little above us in Kentucky. They had some flooding, and I'm like, whew, we need a little bit of rain here. So I just can't wait for the cooler weather to start settling in. I don't think you'll ever hear me complain about the cold weather. I will moan and groan about the hot weather, though. I am not a fan. Which, by the way, you may hear my fan in the background. But yeah, things have been, you know, crazy at work. But crazy in a good way. So I'm very thankful for that. And I am, they've been crazy for Judy too at work. And we are in the process of creating some programming here for this channel reboot that we're planning on. I'm not making any secret about it. We are going to be rebooting this channel and renaming it, and it's going to be slightly different, but in a, I hope, in a wonderful way, a fun way. It's going to involve my family more, and they're all up for it, and it's going to be a lot of fun, and we think that you all are going to like it a lot. It's going to be different, so we're coming up with some programming ideas for that. There will be more information to come in the near future. And just lots of exciting things happening. It just, you know, my current channel you know, the Debbie Gets Crafty, it's just become, for me, kind of stale. And I'm sure for you too. And it's just something that I've been thinking about doing for a while now, doing a reboot of my channel. And I'm just, I'm getting the courage now to pull that trigger. I think it's something that's going to hopefully draw some more folks to my channel. And it's going to be fun. And it's going to be different. So that's all I really want to get into right now as far as that goes. I will probably end up sitting down and doing a video explaining in more detail in the near future. I don't have an exact time frame as to when this reboot is going to happen, because I am literally in the process of you know, changing it up. So that's very exciting. These, oh, I'm probably going to do a quick video and show that over the next day or two. I also, you know, I have done a few of these little miniature sets from Temu, and I've completed them. And I've been thinking and thinking and thinking, and I thought to myself, you know, I want some place where I can see them, not just like stuffed away somewhere in a bag or a box. So what I did was I took one of my, you know, the notebooks that you can get that you diamond paint the cover? Well, I have several of those that I've done. So I took one of those, and I got from Amazon, you know how you can get the little corner tabs to put on corners of pictures, and you can display pictures in an album with the little corner. The little corner stickers, they stick to the paper, and they slide over the corner of the picture. Well, I got those, and what I did was I put those on the corners of the miniatures, and that's how I put them in my book. So now I have a book that I've got stickers in, and now I have a book that I have the miniature paintings in. And I can fit, with the size of these paintings that I have, I can fit 2 on each page. And it really looks cute. And now I have someplace, a central location where I can look at a little album that I can look at my completed miniature pictures. So I'll have to show you that. I thought it came out cute. There we go. I placed another order recently with Temu. I haven't ordered from Temu in months. A couple of months at least. And Judy and Todd had placed a few orders in between that time, several as a matter of fact, and I've not. And I just, one day I was looking and looking, just scouring Temu like I do sometimes, and some stuff caught my eye, and it was just the right price, and I was in just that kind of mood, and I said, well, I'm going to place this order. So I have some stuff coming, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll do an unboxing and unbagging. Judy said that when she gets her order, she'll do an unbagging or an unboxing as well. So that's fun. We're done with our Z, or Z for my friends in Canada and across the pond in Europe. And we're going to do the number 7, which is a pretty light peach color. Pour some of those out. There we go. I'm actually planning on getting my hair cut today. I didn't go yesterday because my knee was bothering me a little bit, my leg. So I didn't want to have to mess around with getting in and out of the Jeep and walking too far. So the place that I go to, they're open today, and I'll be there when they open. Todd got his hair cut on Friday while Judy and I were working, and well, Judy went yesterday, Saturday, and I'm going today. So they're going to have the whole family there over this weekend. You just hold on to this. There we go. Okay. And let's see, Spoto is great. He is living his best life. Although it's so hot out still, he's not allowed to stay outside very long. He goes out for his nature break, comes back in. He's not loving that. He'd like to be outside more, but it's just too dangerously hot out there. So not much else. There we go. Move over here. And let's see here. Here we go. I was thinking about using my old computer. I have, well, the computer that I use now for work, I also use to edit videos and stuff. But with the new reboot of the channel, I'm going to be hopefully doing some more in-depth editing. And I didn't want to use the current computer that I'm using because I use that for work as well. So I dug out my old computer and I have that sitting on my desk. It's right there in front of me. So I have a U-shaped desk. So my work computer sits over there to my right, and then I have my, what I'll call my editing computer right in front of me. I'm not loving this situation because it takes up quite a bit of space and it makes it feel a little cramped. So I'm not sure if I'm going to keep the computer up here. I also have a laptop, but I don't want to, the laptop, it's only a 4 gigabyte of RAM, so I really don't want to do too much as far as editing goes with it, because I know eventually it's not going to be working properly if I do that. So, I don't know. I'll probably keep my 2 computers up here like I said, I want to use, why does that look uneven? There we go. I want to use this computer right here for editing. There we are. Yesterday, Todd got, we have a Blackstone. Judy and I, we got Todd a Blackstone for Father's Day. A Blackstone is a griddle, and it's a nice size griddle, and you use it outside. It uses propane gas, and we've been using those small little green canisters. I don't know if you all have those out in the UK or anywhere else in the world, but here we have these little green canisters and of propane gas that you can take camping and, you know, stuff like that. So we've been using those, but with this, you know, Blackstone, it's a big griddle, so it takes a lot of, you know, a lot more than just those little cans. We go through quite a few of those cans, and so we made the decision to buy the hookup that you can change it over from using the small little canisters to using like a 15-pound tank of propane that you would use like on a regular gas grill. So the other day Todd picked up one of those because he had, well, after he got the Blackstone, he ordered some accessories, and one of the accessories was the hose and the regulator that attached to the Blackstone to convert it from using the small containers of gas to using the larger tank of gas. So he got one of those, so we finally have that. And I think he's going to be making us breakfast today on the Blackstone. It's a nice griddle. Let's see, we're all done with the number 7. It's a really nice griddle. Like I said, it's really big, so it fits quite a bit of food, and it's really neat. And he loves it. He's got it all set up. He bought himself a little cart to put it on. He got the cart from Temu, and it is really nice. And we're going to do the letter L now. And it's the little tan, the little brownish color. He got a little cart. It's a rolling cart from Temu, and it's specifically made for the griddles. So he's got that. And now he's got the tank of gas. He's going to hook that up. And so he's excited about that. Heck, I'm excited about that. He's a great cook. So hopefully we'll get some footage of that. And that'll probably go on the new channel. There we go. The letter L, it's this brownish, this brown color, almost like a dark terracotta color, and it's peppered along throughout the picture, so just have to be mindful where it goes. Luckily, the glue on this is very forgiving. The stick on here is forgiving, so if I place the drill and it's a little off kilter, if it doesn't align right, just a gentle little twist with my pen, and I can get it to turn and go into the shape that I want it to. You know, go into the position, I should say, that I want it to. So, other than that, not much else is going on. I kitted up last week. Todd and Judy went grocery shopping. I stayed home with the dog, and they went grocery shopping. And they came home, and they gifted me a Diamond Dots painting from Walmart, and it's the one where they're camping, forest retreat or something like that. And it's got a couple of tents, and it's got a nice little fire going, and oh my gosh, it's so pretty, because I love camping and I miss camping. And they knew I really wanted this picture, and it was the last one they had at this particular Walmart. So they're both like, well, she's wanted it and it's there, and so they were so sweet and they got it for me. But anyway, I decided to kit that up yesterday and start working on it. Judy's working on a small little, I think it's a 20 by 20. And it was a picture that I gave her, and I got it from Temu, and it looks like John Lennon, and it's a really neat picture. So she kitted that up the other day, and she started working on that. So we sat out at the kitchen table. I kitted up my Diamond Dots picture and started working on that. She was working on her other picture, and we had some preseason football on. It was a lot of fun. Spent some very good quality time together. Okay. All right, folks. Sorry about that. I had to go change my battery. My battery was low, so. But anyway, so I kitted up the Diamond Dots picture. Judy had been working on her little John Lennon picture. So we had preseason football on. It was just a lot of fun yesterday. During preseason, the games, they have games on Friday nights, Saturday nights, Friday nights, Saturdays, and Sundays. So, we really enjoy watching our preseason and the regular season of football. So, that's why we didn't have a live yesterday. We were just spending some good quality time together as a family, doing something that we really enjoy. I fully encourage that behavior. And that picture that I'm doing is the first diamond painting that I've been working on other than the doors. And it's a full, it's a full round picture. It's beautiful. I am going to do something a little different with it though. So when it's all done, I'll show everybody. But I am going to do a little something different with it. Add a little something special. Put my extra touch on it. So we are continuing on working on this letter L, which we are almost done. My little system of working from the lower left over, I really like it, especially on these little small mini pictures. pictures. Now on the bigger picture that I'm working on, I am doing like a little section at a time and working from the lower left over and just completing the entire little section like that. So I don't do that all the time. Sometimes I just pick a random place and start. But all right, so I'm going to work on the letter K, which is the dark green. So we're really going to get into it right now with the color. It's a really pretty dark green. Let me just give it a little shake. And I'm using a boat that came with one of my other toolkits. And I'm using a pad of wax that came with a toolkit. It's been, I have really used it. Look at that. Well, let me show you. I mean, it's been tore up. But yeah, that's all I've been using. And I'm using a pen that I got from my twin sister Judy, which I think is only fitting. And doesn't that match this door beautifully with the greens and the purples? So that's what I'm using. You can use anything you like. If you have fancier accoutrement to use, you know, tools and such, by all means. I'm not a fan of the standard pens that they get. Well, Debbie, why don't you try putting the drill down straighter? There we go. I'm not a fan of the pens that come with the toolkit. And this particular toolkit had one of the green boats, but I'm not a big fan of the green boat either. I like the boats with the little spouts on them. So, and I have dozens of these. So, I just took one out and used it. There we go. That dark color, you can't see it too well, but we're getting there. There we go. We're getting there. So, yeah, I'm using that for my tools for this particular set of paintings. And I don't want to get into too much about what I bought from Temu, but I can tell you I did get, I think, 2 more sets of the miniature pictures. So I'm excited about that. And then I got something else that Judy and I can work on together. Which will be fun. So, other than that, really not much else is going on. Labor Day is coming up. That'll be fun. 3-day weekend. Judy and I are planning on taking our birthday off. It's a Monday this year, so we're going to take that off and have a 3-day weekend. I think I'm going to work a half a day the Friday before, so I'll have a 3.5-day weekend. And so we're excited about that, talking about the upcoming holidays. It's going to be so much fun with Judy here, living with us now. And we'll put up our Christmas tree and our decorations. And we have some, decorations that mean so much to us, to Judy and I, growing up. So this year is going to be extra special. We're excited about that. Okay, so I finished over here on this side, so I'm going to start on the door. Here we go. Okay, let's see here. Get you in frame. There we go. Like I said, this is very dark. I'm going to have to turn this a little bit so I can see what I'm doing. Bring this over. There we go. Is that even? Yeah, okay. There we go. Other than that, not much else is happening. Okay, I'm going to tell you, since we have time, I'll tell you about the reboot. So, I've said it before, I'll say it again, you know, my channel, Debbie Gets Crafty, I don't really do that much crafting on here. You know, we have our lives, I do some diamond painting, I do some cross stitching, I do, you know, I do some crafting, but when you see Debbie Gets Crafty, you know, you think DIY projects and all this. Well, I don't have time to do DIY projects. Oops, sorry. I don't have time to do DIY projects. So, because I, you know, work full time and I don't have time. So, and honestly, it's been feeling a bit stale for me lately. I've just not been, and that's one of the biggest reasons why I've not filmed a lot lately. Because it's just been really feeling a bit stale to me. And so I talked to the family. We had a little bit of a meeting and I said, listen, this is where my heart is. This is where my vision is for the channel moving forward. But in order for this to work, it's gonna have to be a family endeavor. And I would never, you know, if any of my family members, Judy or Todd, didn't want to participate with what my idea of the way I want my channel to go, if they didn't want to do it, I would totally respect that and, you know, adjust accordingly. And they seem to be on board. They are, you know, fully supportive of the direction that I'd like to take my channel. And it's going to be, you'll see more of them. And we'll be filming more of our family life. Of course, we'll be doing, you know, we'll do diamond painting and everything, you know, everything else, but it's going to be more of a peek inside our family because a lot of people enjoy the back and forth with Judy and myself during our lives. And we always say, you know, when we're cutting up and having fun, because we really do, that's what we do most of the time. We laugh because we just enjoy each other's company and we love each other so much. And we're like, you know, boy, if anybody had a camera here to picture this is just, you know, I think people would love it. Well, I got to thinking, you know, with my channel, I've just not been feeling it as much lately, and I really wanted to do a reboot. And I'm like, you know what? Why don't we put the rubber to the road and give this a shot? People want to see our everyday life. And, you know, I love to watch videos like that. I love to take a peek and to see what other people do. You know, just the life stuff. And so I talked to them about it, and I said, listen, you know, we already do a cooking segment, so, you know, folks are familiar with Todd and myself, you know, in the kitchen cooking, and Todd does his grocery hauls here on the channel, and, you know, every so often we'll do like a coffee talk where we all sit around the table and, you know, have some coffee. We'll enjoy the outdoors with Spoto, and Spoto has his little adventures. And I've done a couple of videos like that. And I said to the both of them, you know, to Todd and Judy, to the both of them, I said, you know, we've done these little segments in the past. So why don't we put this together and make a channel out of it? And they are on board. So what you'll see is a little bit more of our lives. You'll see us, you know, making dinner. You'll see us, you know, in having family time and with Spoto, and, you know, you'll see the grocery hauls, and you'll see the cooking, and you'll see the coffee talk, and you'll see us do some crafting. But it's going to be on a bit of a different, you know, format. So we're looking forward to it. We're going to give it a try and see how it goes. I think it's going to go great because, like I said, we enjoy watching different channels of folks with just living their lives. You know, you get a peek inside their life, a peek behind the curtains, so to speak. So, because we love, we laugh, we have so much fun together, and we just want to share some of our lives with you. I will be doing a series of showing my vinyl record collection. You know, it's things like that. Those things aren't exactly crafting related, so that's why I'm steering more towards doing like a life, you know, with me and my family type thing. Because what we show a lot of, it's less crafting and just more family time, family life, and family, you know. And so we figured, you know what? If that's what we're showing most of the time, we might as well just make the channel about that. So, we've settled on a name. That will be revealed at a different time. And I will have a video come out with the three of us. Spoto will be mixed in somewhere because that's Spoto. And we will discuss and share with you what our vision for our channel reboot is going to be. And we're excited. And we hope that when you hear all about it, you'll get excited too. You know, people, especially when people found out that Judy and I are, you know, Judy moved to Tennessee and is living here with Todd and myself. You know, I had people asking, you know, do you think that's a good idea? And all that. It's been the best. It has been the best. It's something that Judy and I have wanted, you know, ever since she made the decision. And it's just been the best. She adores Spoto. Spoto absolutely adores her. They are like best buddies. Todd sees how happy I am and how happy Judy is, and that makes him happy. And Judy is just, you know, we just felt it's been right, just right. So it might not be for everybody, for adult siblings to live together, but it's right for Judy and myself. And we're going to share some of our antics with you. So that's a quick little rundown. And like I said, one of our segments that we do, one of our series will be of my vinyl record collection. I did finally make the decision to do that. I'm going to be filming that soon. We're going to start filming for the new channel reboot soon, so we can get some footage ready to roll. So we're excited. Like I said, I enjoy watching that kind of stuff. Just getting a peek into the lives of other folks. So that's where we're at with that. Oopsie. Gotta let that get away from me. I've already started designing the intro for it. And I love working like that, you know, on the intros and the outros and doing all that. I love doing that, the production side of it. And the reason why I'm using my other computer now is because I know with the different, you know, things that I want to do, I didn't want to use my computer that I mostly use for work. I wanted a computer that I can just totally dedicate to editing. So that's why I did that. And the dang thing was just sitting around doing nothing anyway, so, and there's nothing really wrong with it. It just started running a little slower. So I replaced it with a faster one for my job, and so it wasn't doing anything. There's nothing real, like I said, really wrong with it. If it's a little slower, it's a little slower. With my editing, it's okay. But I decided to use it again, and so I'll keep it out. It takes up some space on my desk, but you know what? I have this, like I said, this L-shaped desk, which is pretty spacious. So I can have both computers out without it being too much of a hassle. I just might have to do my unboxings in another area, maybe out at my dining room, because it does take up a little space here on this area. So that's what's been cooking here. And we're hoping with this reboot that we'll be able to bring some more friends in, and some more subscribers. Please, if you've not yet subscribed, please consider doing so. Please leave a comment down below. Please hit that like button. That means a lot. That really helps out with the algorithm here in YouTube land. Without those likes, you know, my videos don't get as much traction. So and the comments and such. And we'll do reviews of products and reviews of, you know, recipes and comparisons with different foods and such, and we'll just do stuff, you know, like I said, you'll get a peek into our lives. What is it like living with your twin? For me, it's great. I love it. We do so much laughing, it's crazy. So, that's been that. I wasn't going to say anything, but I've just been itching to fill you in on some of the details. Like I said, there'll be a video to come where we're all, the three of us are together, and we'll sit and chat about it, fill you in a little bit more about what to expect. And there will be some crafting. Like I said, we'll do some diamond painting. We're going to do some other crafting stuff, but we're going to give this a try. Oh, I just have to stretch. We've been here for almost an hour, my friends. I do love these doors. I love working on these doors because we get to spend, you know, the time together. I'm going to put my finger right here to hold on to the door. There we go. Because it takes a bit of time to work on these, and I like working on them from start to finish, so you get to see the entire thing in one shot, in one setting. So it takes a little longer to film, but hopefully you're liking that. Getting to spend a little bit more time. I was listening to some records yesterday for a little while. I have such an eclectic collection. I can't wait to show you. It's just, I just collect old records, and it doesn't, you know, I don't have a set genre. And I get my records from flea markets, from garage sales, from eBay. So, you never know what you're going to find. Oh, and with the new channel, I wanted to tell you, we're going to have some segments with Todd, maintaining our Jeep Grand Cherokee. That's his pride and joy. And so he'll be doing some segments with that. So we're thinking that's going to be some fun, something different for everybody to see. How he maintains it and, you know, keeps up on making sure that it's in proper working order and doing, he's invested into some tools, into some equipment to where he can do, you know, a lot of maintenance himself. He's very savvy when it comes to that. He's got a lot of knowledge when it comes to that, automobiles and such. So when we got this Jeep, I think it's 2022 or 23, I'm not sure. And he said, you know, there's no reason why I can't change the oil myself. There's no reason why I can't do this, that, and the other. And he started investing into some tools, into some equipment to maintain it. So I asked him, I said, you know, would that be something that you would be interested in, to share, you know, how you maintain and keep up with making sure the Jeep is in good condition and working order? And he said, sure. So there'll be some of that, and I think you'll find it very interesting. If not, maybe your hubby or significant other who might be into cars. We like to, honestly, we watch all kinds of different stuff on YouTube, and we have people that we follow that work on their vehicles and do maintenance and stuff, and I enjoy it. You learn something new all the time, so you never know. And so that's a segment that, you know, he'll be a series that he'll do. So we're excited about this. Oops, sorry. I hit the camera with my head. So we're looking forward to it. And when we have our video to explain in a little more detail about the channel, we will reveal the channel name. And oh wow, Debbie, you really, that one's really on the messed up side. There we go. All straight. There we go. So you'll see our new logo. I've created a logo for it. So that is that. Oh my gosh, for dinner last night, Todd, excuse me, boy, I don't know where that came from. Todd was going to cook, and it's been so bloody hot. And you know what? On the weekends, we like to treat ourselves. So I told him, I said, you know, if you don't feel like cooking, because last night the NASCAR race was on. It's typically on Sundays, but it was on yesterday in the early evening. I said, if you don't feel like cooking, you know, before the race, and it's so hot, you know, we can do something different, you know, get some takeaway, whatever. So we got some Kentucky Fried Chicken. Friends, if you like Kentucky Fried Chicken and you're not, and if you don't have like the mobile app, or if you don't, they have like this members club where you can get different perks and stuff. Well, we signed up for it. Friends, we got a bucket of chicken because Todd signed up and became a member. He literally got a bucket of chicken for free. Judy got some chicken tenders. I got some, I got one of those famous bowls where they have the little chicken nuggets with the mashed potatoes, the corn, the gravy. It's all in one bowl. I got one of those. We got some coleslaw. We got some, they have potato wedges back, so we got some of those. And it was so much fun, and it was really, really good. But a bucket of chicken, that bucket of chicken alone would have been $20, and we got it free because he was a member. He signed up to become a member. I couldn't believe it. But it was a lot of fun. It was really good. And then he'll take some of the chicken and like make a chicken salad out of it or something like that. And funny thing is, he's doing a roasted chicken tonight. We love chicken here in this house. We enjoy chicken, turkey, you know, alternatives to beef, because Todd, you know, since his heart attack, he's been told to eat more turkey and chicken and less beef. So, you know, recipes that call for ground beef, we've been getting ground chicken Hang on just a second here. I gotta see something. Okay. Whoa. I just dropped my... Tragedy just struck. I have a little headset, a little head magnifying set that I have where you can switch out the different lenses and it's a magnifying. There we go. Yeah, okay. And I just wanted to shine a little light on it, on my project, and I kind of turned in such a way that it little magnifying piece. Here, I'll take it out and show you. It comes with these little different strengths. Well, I went to turn the light back out on my little headset, and my hand flicked the little magnifying lens out of its little harness. So, tragedy struck, but we fixed it. It's fine. Just gonna give this a little shake here. Now, even with the channel reboot, because that is going to be coming soon, so if I'm still working on these doors, we're still going to have this series. Absolutely. And I'll continue with the series as well. It's just going to be added content, but not related to crafting, so to speak, more related to family time. There we go. I want to break down and repack our bug out box, so maybe that'll be something that I do a video on, to show you what we have in our bug out box, our emergency kit. We call it a bug out box. It's a tote. And, you know, show you that. Everybody should have some kind of an emergency kit, honestly. If you don't, and you're looking for some suggestions, please, friends, go to your online to whatever state website you might have, and I'm sure they would have a section on there where you can get some ideas on what type of items would work for an emergency kit for you. It's always good to have. And you know, just because it's not tornado season here in Middle Tennessee, you know, we get severe storms or whatever, or any type of situation. It doesn't necessarily have to be weather related. I don't like that for some reason. I'm not liking that particular. Come on. Well, maybe I am. I just didn't like it in that spot. I don't know. Okay. To have an emergency kit available with supplies, it's always a good idea. You know, some of those little power banks, you know, that you could charge your phone with and stuff. You can get some really good deals on something like that. Have some of those. Have, you know, like a first aid kit in it. I actually have some canned goods, some personal care products, some stuff for the dog. I even put a change of clothes. We each have a change of clothes in there including socks and undergarments and stuff like that. And but I want to go through it because I want to freshen up the cans of, the canned goods in there. And we have packages of batteries. We have the little battery operated candles. We have a package of those in there. I'll show you. Sometime we'll break that down, break it apart. It sits in the corner of our little hallway. That's our little meeting place. If anything, if a storm came up or something like that, we would meet there in that little corner of the hallway. But you should always have some kind of a little kit, and it doesn't have to be a big container like what we have. It could be a little duffel bag. It could be, pack a whistle, pack, emergency numbers, things like that. Because if you're without your cell phone, if anything happens and you need to get in contact with somebody, I don't know about you all, but I don't have any numbers in my head anymore. I am awful when it comes to telephone numbers because they're all in my cell phone. Well, you should write them down, put them in, if you can't laminate them, at least put them in a plastic bag that's resealable. A good plastic bag that's resealable. Have a notebook with some notes in it. Like, if you have any health issues, have a list of your medications. If your pets have any, how you care for them. If, heaven forbid, I would keep a notebook with some instructions. This is how I feed the dog. Say you had to be separated from them for, and a neighbor had to be watching your dog for a little bit of time. Well, you would have some information to provide to them on what they're eating, their feeding schedule is, if they have special needs and they need medication, when to give it to them, how to give it to them, things like that. I would have a notebook with stuff like that in it. You never know. You never know if you might need it. Not just for like an emergency weather situation, but for just an emergency situation at all. And I know that might sound a little overkill, but I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. So if you have children, check with your local police department, see if they have any programs or kits that you can get to where you can, with a picture or something like that, some identifying information for your child. Heaven forbid you got separated somehow. Keep that someplace safe. A list, like I said, a list of emergency numbers. Keep that someplace safe. And this I'll all cover on the new channel. Because I think it's important information. And I think it's interesting information. So, and there's some new segments that I'd like to try out. Todd, Judy, and myself are big General Hospital fans, so I'd like to maybe do a segment where we recap each week the goings on. I know there's some folks out there that are like us. They enjoy General Hospital. They have for years. So I thought it would be fun to maybe do something like that. And I even have a special name for that segment called Is There a Doctor in the House? So hopefully when you hear a little bit more about it from Judy, Todd, and myself, it'll get you as excited to watch it as it's making us excited to film it. Let me just see something here. So let's see. Oh, I have a couple right here that I need to do. This color was a bulk of the picture itself. Let's see, is there any more? Yep, we still have a few more over here. There we go. Any place else? That's coming along really cute. And let's see, okay. Alrighty, I think we're done with the letter K. So we're going to move over to the letter D. And that is the lighter green. So we'll take this. And we are going to think about doing a little ASMR as well. Just a little something for everybody to enjoy. I really am. I'm so excited about it. This pretty little bright green. Yeah, we'll pour quite a bit out because there are some spots that call for this color. It's a pretty lime green. There we go, and moving right along. I had one on there. Whoop. There we go. Slide it on over. Move it on over. There we go. There. Coming along quite nicely. I'm just gonna sit here quietly and diamond paint for a little bit. Okay. There we go. All I ask, my friends, if you are a current subscriber, is that you give us a chance. You give the reboot of the channel a chance. I look forward to, seeing comments. Any constructive criticism is always taken under advisement. But I ask that you at least give it a chance. You may be pleasantly surprised with the way this, how my ideas might work out. There we go. Oopsie. Might have to put a little more wax on my pen. Let's grab this little girl right here. She is just all matted up and natted up, and I'll just put that there like that, twist the pen a little bit, and there we go. We have some more wax on our pen. And I just like to take my thumb and push the wax down in there, remove whatever excess wax there might be. So I push very hard on my drills, so you'll see wax oozing out. And that's alright, I'll just wipe the tip off if I get any. See? Like right now. There we go. Okay. Okie dokie. We still have 5 colors left after this is done. This is one thing I've said it before, I know I have. They use so many colors because they come out really cute. See, a little bit more wax. There we go. But each picture uses a lot of different colors. Like, let's see here. 12 colors for this particular picture. And I really do love the minis. The mini pictures. Although I have to say I enjoyed starting that larger picture as well. The one of the diamond dots. I want to say Forest Retreat. It's probably not the name of it. I call it my camping picture because it's got a couple of tents and campfire, and oh my gosh, it's so cute. Just to move it along. Just thinking about what my week ahead looks like. It's going to be busy, but busy in a good way. coming along. After I get the D completed, this lime green, it'll go a lot faster because the rest of the colors, they don't have as much area to cover. The K, the green, the dark green in the door was the most, and that's what took the longest. And let's see here. Once you get the bigger portions done, it seems to go a bit quicker when you're just filling in the smaller portions. So, and like I was saying before, you know, when I was having everybody choose which series, which kit that they wanted me to do, I still have the Sun and the Moon, and I'm still going to do that kit as well. This miniature series is going to be one that's going to have lots of different kits in it. So here we go. We're almost done with the D. With the letter D. There we go. Let's see now. Any other D? Well, I keep my colors out handy just in case. Yeah, I see a couple more. Just in case I miss any. You know me. I've been known to miss a few. I have to go back and put them in. There we go. I think that does that for this particular color. So we'll go ahead. A little ASMR. There. Now I'm going to work on the letter P, which is right here, the pretty pink. Pink. There. Okay. Give that a little shimmy shake. It's a pretty little pink color. And here we go. So these are peppered throughout the picture. Come on, Debbie, put that there correctly. There we go. They look like little, I think, little flowers. These are so much fun. If you've not tried miniatures, honestly, try them. They're really fun. And I think for those friends out there who like to do the bigger diamond paintings, I think these are fun to do as a little palette cleanser between bigger paintings. You know, you work on a couple of these and then, or even a whole set really if you want, and then you can move on to your next larger picture, just, you know, for something to diamond paint, but you're not committing yourself to something, you know, a big project yet. So if you've not tried them, honestly, they're a lot of fun. And this has given me new, I see a K, a letter K. This has given me a newfound, I'm not going to say love, but like for square drills. I used to hate square drills. I vowed I would never use, you know, I would never get a diamond painting with square drills ever again because I didn't like them. But doing these mini pictures, I know there's a letter K here that I missed. There it is. Doing these little mini pictures has really ignited my strong like for squares. Now I'll never, honestly, I will never do a larger picture with square drills. It's just not for me. I can handle these little miniature pictures in square drills just fine. I'm comfortable with that, but I will never do a larger picture with square drills. That I do know. That I can say with 100% certainty. But these are manageable. Oh, and I forgot a letter L too. Okay. Okay, pick out my L. That's why I still keep my things, my little packages of drills handy, even after I'm done, when I think I'm done using them. Man, I could go for a cup of coffee, I'll tell you that right now. When I'm done here, I'm going to grab myself, I'm going to head straight to the kitchen. Grab myself a cup of Java, cup of Joe. There we go. Cup of coffee. Oopsie. Spilled one. Oops. Come on. Come on back. I just poured a few out on the table. And of course I'm making a mess out of everything, so one moment please while I get my act together. If that'll ever happen, I don't know. In 55 years I've been on this earth, I haven't had my act together, so, but that's okay. There we go. Excuse me. Okay. Getting back to the project at hand. Now we're really moving along. There. Excuse me. Pardon. Okay. Looks like we're done with the letter P. Let me just straighten this one out a little. There we go. And we'll do the number 9 next. And that's that pretty buttery sunshiny yellow. And then the last part we have is just in the window of the door itself. There we go. Oh, these are so pretty. This color yellow is so pretty, so bright. Isn't that pretty? Looks like corn. Corn on the cob. Speaking of, we've had corn on the cob a few times this year so far, this summer, and it has not disappointed. It was delicious. Probably for Labor Day we'll get some more. Whoopsie. There we go. All right. Like I said, when you get towards the end of the picture, you know, these, like the outside, it's just peppered through, so it goes fairly quickly. And even though there's a lot of colors, there's not a lot, I mean, there is some confetti, but if you notice, like in the door part itself, it's a lot of color blocking, a lot of the same color, larger areas of the same color. So doing a little bit of confetti on the outside and such, it's not so bad. Now the next one that I'm doing, the next set, the sun and the moon, I have to admit, the quality is a little lacking. But first off, I already bought them, so I'm going to do them. And secondly, I knew that there was a chance the quality would be a little off when I got them, because like I said, I got them from Temu. So I went in with, you know, realistic expectations. Now, that being said, they are a little less quality than I was expecting, but like I said, I'm still going to do it. I'm still going to do it, because that is going to be part of the series, and it gets me to spend time with you guys, with my friends. So that being said, if while I'm doing them, and the quality part that I'm having a little problem with wrapping my head around is the quality of how the picture may render each picture. I'm not so sure. It looks a bit on the fuzzy side. So we'll see. We'll do one or two, and if I really feel like it's something that, you know, it just, I don't like, then I will not continue, and I'll just start something else, another project. But I'm at least going to give it a try. You never know. Just because I have a certain way I feel about it right now, once I start working on it, I might change my mind. I do that. Case in point, square drills. There we go. Ooh, make sure that's down there. There we go. All right, so we finished that color, the color F. It's like a nice little purple blue. It shows up weird on the camera, but it's purple. It's got some purple in it. And then we'll do a lighter lilac color with the letter G. There we go. We're down to 2 colors left, friends. This is one cute door, and this is dedicated to my beautiful twin sister, Judy. Green is one of her favorite colors, so I did a purple door in honor of my beautiful mother-in-law, who's no longer with us. I did a blue door in honor of my mom, who's no longer with us. And I'm doing this green door for my twin sister Judy, who is very much with us. So, there you have it. Can't wait for you to see the sets that I got coming. I think it's two. I think I got two sets of the miniatures. So, there we go. I don't know why I just hesitated there. That was silly. Here we are. If you have not already subscribed to my channel, please consider doing so. Again, we are going to be going through some a reboot of the channel, so look forward to that. I will be filming a video with Todd and Judy to explain more and to share the name of the channel at that time. Please comment. Please hit that like button. Again, I can't stress enough how important that is. It shows YouTube that you like my channel, and it helps out so much. Last color, my friends, it's the letter U, like you are the best. And it's like a white, almost a very light minty green. I don't even think you'll be able to see it on the, yeah, you can barely see them. There we go. So just a few of these we need, and then we'll be done for today. I hope you've enjoyed this episode as much as I've enjoyed bringing it to you. These doors are coming along so sweet, and I am going to film a video of the project, you know, the finished miniatures that I have already, and what I did with them. I put them in one of those notebooks and how I did that. There we go. Last three, last two, and we are down to the last one. There we go. Oh, that came out so cute. I am really liking that door. That's cute. Let me just put these away. There we go. All right. This is our green door for my twin sister Judy. I love the design with the topiary, the little topiary tree, and the little vine with the flowers going around. So cute. Well, friends, that'll do it for this episode today. I am so excited with things to come. and I just wanted to share a little bit with you about it, and let you know that there will be some, a video coming out soon with some further details, and I'm just so excited. And I just can't wait to share more with you. And until I see you all again, I wish you a great day, a wonderful week. Please stay safe, and God bless. Happy crafting. Goodbye, my friends.